Okay. Hello. Uh, so, um, today we're just gonna be waiting for Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 2 to come out. So keep in mind, I am not in my house right now. I am spending the day somewhere else. So, audio is gonna sound different. It's probably gonna be noises in the background.
Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or any number of amazing new computer games to beam down to the fine people on Earth.
Mission received.
Now, this is going to continue until all the targets are acquired and our mission...
Asher Gaming says hi. Alphabet Soup says what's up. Hello. So we're watching E3, the PC gaming show. Hopefully, Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 2 will be here because they've been teasing it. So, right now, we're watching this.
The only reason we're allowed to legally be back on Earth.
So, yeah. Waiting for that. Now, I don't know when this is it's gonna be showcased. So,
One of my favorite planets in the whole galaxy.
It's alright.
And
so, yeah. I don't know. It might take 2 hours. Who knows?
well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2021.
Pogs. Pogs in the chat.
Once again, over the next 90 minutes, we're going to bring you a showcase of some of the most exciting upcoming PC titles with world premieres and exclusive interviews.
Imagine if they show Hello Neighbor DevGam footage instead.
For you guys, later in the show, we
Imagine
are
if they do
going to tell
that.
you how to win a custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So you're going to want to stick around for that.
Now, make sure to keep out a special look for a special promo code throughout the show from Humble Bundle, during which you can get a ticket to get Civilization 6 Platinum Edition for just $10. But right now, we're going to kick things off with Nautica Blade Point, probably the most original entry in the
Let me know
Battle Royale
if the
genre
sound
this year.
quality is okay.
Let's go!
So, there's going to be a lot of different games here, and they're probably not all going to be Hello Neighbor related. But I'll watch through all of them right now. This looks kind of cool. So if this is already the most popular game on Steam, then why is it being shown on E3? Is it just an ad for the game that's already released? That kind of interested.
The 2021 PC Gaming Show, and I am the new cloud-based deadbot. I am streaming from GeForce.
Why do gaming shows always have to be so cringy?
That connects PC gamers like you to their own library of games, purchased from digital stores.
Megan, Kaler, we will probably see Hello Neighbor 2 footage. It's very, very likely. I think it is confirmed. I've never actually watched an E3. I might get an RTX 39, well, probably 3080.
Finally, I've made it. My time is now.
So let me know if the volume isn't good. I know it's going to be quieter than my voice. I just don't really want it to overpower my voice. I want it to be kind of in the background, and I'll turn it up once we actually get Hello Neighbor stuff. This kind of looks like Riddle School. Maybe some info on the expansion pack, maybe. It's like a mix of Riddle School and Friday Night Funkin'. That's what it looks like.
Make sure to check out Dodgeball Academia out soon from Humble Games. Ooh, that was sweet! Don't you agree, DevBot?
Sure, whatever you say, Sean. I agree with whatever you say.
I'm sensing a little bit of resentment there, buddy. Has something rusted your ports?
Nothing. I am happy to play second fiddle to a captain as charming and handsome as you.
You know, I wonder who is the set designer behind some of these sets.
Cores to computing revenge plans in a range of lethalities.
Great!
New target acquired, Cap. It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creative director of
I like this game.
Wartales Studios.
This game's good.
Hey guys, Steve Piggott, founder of Torn Banner Studios and creative director on Chivalry 2, which just launched 5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show. Chivalry 2, if you don't know, is a first-person slasher, which is like a first-person shooter, except instead of guns and grenades, you've got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge 64-player battlefields. It's all about creating those epic sword-fighting duels that you see in a medieval...
Yeah, I don't know. That would be a pretty good plot twist if Quentin was the one who crashed the car in the original game. I'm telling it like he killed the neighbor's wife. That would be that's such a good theory. I don't think it is though.
We've done the early period, now we're going closer to the later period in the upcoming update where, you know, you're going to get a bit more refined.
I mean, it could be part of the content expansion pack for the first game. Just having kind of that behind the scenes stuff.
Make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that, you know, medieval army would actually do when they go into a space. And, you know, when you come across these pristine gardens and this beautiful castle...
We got 10 viewers already.
Tear it all down and cause, you know, it's a canvas for your destruction.
Slay them all!
I hope my frames are still fine.
Is basically bottom line. It's the game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further. With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch is a foundation. It's intentionally been built to be extended.
Actually, looks kind of cool.
It's not just out and done. We're going to support it a lot with post-launch content.
Gallencourt is the first TO map that's coming out post-launch. Gallencourt is going to take us to the high medieval times, or the late medieval times. It really captures the Agathian ideals of being this like noble, rich, wealthy...
14 people are watching this right now.
You're going to feel like you're
That's kind of crazy.
London.
We're waiting for Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 2 to
They'll also be blowing up a couple
be
of ships.
introduced in E3, because Tiny Build have said that.
At launch, but there'll be more and more added to it post-launch as well.
A new fighting style is really going to change up the experience and change how you have to fight everyone. Post-launch content is something that we're going to be working on for a long time. The game is really going to...
What happened to Quentin, Megan, Taylor? There was a teaser on Tiny Build's channel that showed Quentin getting into a car crash of some sort.
We have an exciting look at Dun. Make sure to stick around to find out how you could win a custom MechWarrior PC from our friends at Intel.
I should have just hopefully fixed performance issues. Oh yeah, it is ramen. This is a tiny build game. It's not Hello Neighbor, but it's a tiny build game.
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe. So, stay tuned. Every tragedy begins somewhere. This one started with a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we met in the first part of the game. And
Can't wait.
it reached the whole...
By the way, if any of you are expecting me to scream like Dawko, it's not gonna happen.
Takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That
We
day,
haven't gotten any new Hello Neighbor 2 news.
the military
I forgot when, I think
dropped on the city.
Hello Neighbor Alpha 1.5 came out in October. So,
Chemicals
November, December,
mixed with water,
January, February.
killing plants, turning
Yeah.
most
It's
people
been like
bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think
probably 7 months.
zombies, though. There are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage. Those who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops. A new order has been born in the city. People live on the rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their right mind would dare to come down. Well,
I honestly
let's
can't
say
hear it, so I turned
almost
it up.
nobody. The exception is the main character of Dying Light 2, Aiden. But why is he braver than others? How did he develop such a unique parkour and combat skills? Believe me, guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but I'm not here to spoil it for you. Let me tell you one thing.
Same nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day. Over and over.
Am I going to point out every reference to Beatrix in the video? Which video? I don't know what video
Forget
you're
her
talking
scream
about.
when they separated us.
The E3 announcement?
What could I do? They had rifles.
Yeah, I wonder if
and
Beatrix will be in here.
We were 5 years old, and there was a fire, explosions, chaos. I got away. Soldiers took me out of the city, but my sister stayed there. My Mia. I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time is extreme pain, then a fire, and
That building kind of
a
looked
little
like
girl
Half-Life 2.
that was being tested
Or
with him.
Half-Life Alex.
Her name was Mia. She was his
that,
sister.
The evil building.
What happened next after the
I don't
fire?
know the name of it.
Is Mia still alive? The following years haunted Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving her. Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue.
So, by the way, while we're waiting for Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 2 to release, be sure to ask me any questions, because it might be a while. I don't know the exact time. It can be with a span of up to, I think, 2 hours. So, right now, they're just talking about a different game, so be patient and feel free to ask me any questions.
Ooh, that was Dying Light 2, and it looks great.
And spooky.
Whew. well, we are here back on
I'm
the
sorry
E3
for the
stage,
video
so
freezing
we
at
can get
random.
closer
It
to
kinda
your
sucks.
comments and reactions to what you're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
That is right, Sean. So you out there, keep your comments coming in. And as you're watching this year, we want to get your input on a subject that Sean and I are pretty passionate about, PC building. So this year, we've put a number of prototype PCs based on MechWarrior 5, but we're only going to manufacture one of them. And you get to pick which custom design becomes our flagship PC for this year's PC Gaming Show, powered by the 11th Gen Intel Core i9 processor.
I'm just gonna
That
say.
is correct. Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen are paired with one of the 6 factions of
Are those
MechWarrior 5.
actually-
The Free World's
they're
League,
actually
the
making
Draconis
PCs?
Combine, the Federated Suns, the Compelling
Either 5
Confederation,
or
and
6,
more.
because
So cast your vote now for which faction and custom PC you want to win, and help us pick the best design.
6 would probably
I'm
be good.
currently personally pulling for the
But that's kinda
Draconis
big.
Combine because, as you can see by my beautiful patch, I'm the biggest fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC Gaming
Imagine
Show.
Valve drops Portal
all right,
3.
well, we'll check in later to see which group survives this MechWarrior showdown. But for now, let's check in with our
Oh, by the way,
very own
Alphabet
Mech
Soup
pilot, Frankie
says,
Ward,
is
who
season
went on a
1 of
special
Hello
mission
Neighbor
to get
Show coming to an end? Yes. Very soon.
Amplitude Studios'
One
upcoming
episode.
strategy game, Humankind.
Be ready for it.
In Humankind, you will be creating a civilization as unique as you are. And speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward. Looking kind of good, don't you think? Wondering how I got into the game? Let me show you. Are you ready to play against me? Oh, you think you can beat me? Posture all you like. I've seen worms with more impressive empires. Get ready to play against me in the Humankind closed beta, starting now.
What is this game? Because it actually looks pretty cool. But the protagonist looks like a guy from the 80s, like an action figure. Come on, don't tell me that this wouldn't be on your Sega Genesis. Oh, that's the style they're actually going for. Now that kind of makes sense. By the way, if you have any suggestions as to how we're going to bring back DevGam, or the prototypes technically, leave them in the chat. I have no personally. We could do a raid on Tiny Build's channel, but that will probably get us banned though, and I don't really want that. So yeah,
Thank you for
let me
watching
know.
the PC Gaming Show. My name is DevBot, your cloud-based artificial intelligence, and while it could be lonely without a physical body, I am streaming to you from GeForce Now, where you can play hit games like Rocket League and Apex Legends on nearly any device. With a library of over 900 games and new titles added every GFN Thursday, there's something for everyone and always something new. Coming up, a special word from Valve.
Valve!
But first, Orcs Must Die 3.
Either Valve launches a new VR headset, or we're getting a third title. Or Portal Alex.
Oh! Hey! You want it?
Come and get it. Well, it's about time.
Joining me to talk about Orcs Must Die 3.
No, we wouldn't make our own dev game.
Is design director Jerome K.
We would have to get the official one.
Thanks, Sean. Glad to be here.
I only want
for anyone who's
perfection.
never seen an Orcs Must Die game, what is the Orcs Must Die series all about?
Well, Orcs Must Die 3 is a third-person tower defense game. So basically, there are tons of orcs and bad guys trying to get into these rifts, and the player has to stop them. We give players tons of weapons and traps and tools to do this, and while you're defending the rifts, you can play solo, or you can invite a friend and play co-op.
Now, since this is the third game in the series, what's new compared to the previous two titles?
There are 2 new campaigns, but the main new story campaign takes place about 25 years after Orcs Must Die 2, so not only will the fans be able to catch up on any new developments with the Order, but they will also place some new heroes in our all-new war scenarios, which are these new massive levels where you fight hundreds of orcs on the battlefields outside of the fortress themselves. So you're fighting indoors and outdoors, which is pretty new. We have a new mode called Scramble. It's basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys. What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added war machines and war guardians. So a war machine is like, there are these massive traps, like you might release a giant tornado on the battlefield, or you'll climb into
this game kind of reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies with this cartoony
giant orc armies. And then the War Guardians are, it's like putting other war mages on the battlefield with you to fight with you.
We hold Nikito for ransom.
And their own special abilities.
And force them to give it to us.
When and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD 3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So you should rush off to Steam now and put OMD 3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again, just a few more weeks to wait for Orcs Must Die 3. For now, though, it's time for us to take a look at Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
This game looks very cool.
4, 5, 6,
and weird.
7, 8.
Oh god.
9, 10. You are here. Where are you hiding, sweetie?
Didn't he say this game is about vampires?
Halsey.
I see where this is going.
Halsey, get out here.
This is creepy. Yeah, I told you. Told you it was about vampires.
You come for me and mine. But first, you need to find us. All I want is to be with my little girl.
Is that so much to ask?
Very creepy.
Hello, this is Cern from Passion Republic Games. We are a Malaysian-based indie game studio working on GigaBash, a multiplayer arena brawlers inspired by kaijus and heroes. Today, we'd like to showcase some new and exciting gameplay footage of our oversized characters in action. Please, enjoy the brawl.
Boring.
Let's check out a trailer for Lemnis Gate, and make sure you hang around afterwards for the developer interview with Sean.
Mankind is
facing total
Can't wait.
annihilation.
We stand on the verge of extinction.
Infertility spreading across the globe.
Humanity's last living generation.
a major scientific breakthrough.
Yet there is hope for our future.
The project known as the Lemnis Gate.
But if we are to survive,
What?
first, we must go back. 3, 2,
This took a weird turn. Yeah, I know. If they don't release something, I'll be okay if they release DevGam. But if they release some AI trailer, that's really gonna suck.
You have only one mission. Activate the Lemnis Gate.
I don't think it will be. They wouldn't go to E3 specifically just to release an AI trailer.
Joining us to talk about Lemnis Gate is the game director from Rat Loop Games Canada. It's James Anderson. Thanks for joining us, James.
Sean, it's great to be here.
Now, let's begin by asking, what the heck is a first-person shooter turn-based strategy game?
The entire game is set inside of a 25-second time loop. So instead of playing continuously, you'll play for 25 seconds turn by turn. So for example, I'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds, and then you'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade. So we have Retrieve XM, Seek and Destroy, Classic Deathmatch, and
What?
have a game.
I don't understand any of this.
Can you
It sounds
walk me through a
cool.
little bit of like what a few turns at the start of a round looks like?
You can see the board, you can see the time loop, everything that's happening. And then we both get time to like observe, plan, and then execute our moves.
When and where can we play it?
So Lemnis Gate will be launching on August 3rd. It's open for
This
pre-order
seems really
right
cool.
now on Steam, and we're coming up to a open beta in July. The game will launch on PC and console, both current and next-gen platforms.
Thank you so much for joining us, James Anderson. Once again, that is the genre-bending, first-person shooter, turn-based strategy game, Lemnis Gate. Now, we're not the only one marooned in the stars out here. Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
Yeah, I know. This takes it to Hello Neighbor 2
which means,
or
my
DevGam.
friends, that space is for everyone. And I mean everyone!
The game was, yeah. Imagine if the game was 25 seconds long. That'd be hilarious. The game is actually 25 seconds long. Each round is 25 seconds.
It's alive! It's alive!
I'm confused on what this is. It's about building rockets, but then also about YouTube and texting.
You up for it?
Huh.
Come on in.
You guys
That's weird.
just saw Next Space Rebels. And hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did. Last break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom PC contest and asked you guys at home to vote for the winners. Well, we're just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell,
6.
Hay, and Liao being
Dang it.
eliminated. So rip to those factions, press F to pay respects, etc., etc. Now that means that we only have 3 houses left: Karita, Steiner, and Merrick. So make sure to vote now, because the winner will determine the build of the custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So let's keep the show moving. And next
I guess
up is a
2 is
brand
kind
new
of good
medieval
too.
RPG. This
I'd rather
is
have
Wartales.
4. 'Cause it's pink. It's not why I would want it.
100 years have passed since the rise of the Edoran Empire.
It's a nice color for a PC, though.
Untimely demise following the Great Plague. In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce for a band of mercenaries. The stories of this age have been recorded. They are known as the Wartales.
Boring.
That was the debut of Wartales, an open-world RPG from Shiro Games about leading a mercenary troop on a sprawling adventure. And speaking of mercenaries, our battle for the best custom PC based on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries continues. We'll be back live on stage soon, so make sure you keep voting for the PC build you like the most and head over to pcgamer.com/IntelMW5 for your chance to win. So, how about another game announcement? This is E3 after all.
Ooh.
And this year's PC gaming show is so
Game
full of
announcement.
games set in space, it's starting to feel a little crowded up there. But the next game we have to show you is very special. It is the world-exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement management game set in the stars.
What a letdown.
In Ixion, you struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources, managing external and internal threats, and rescuing the survivors of other failed expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre when it releases. So here is your first look at Ixion.
This looks cool.
The Earth, our home. She is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we,
I thought this was
humanity,
cool. No, I don't know.
pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered.
There are a lot of games about space. I think everyone just wants to get off Earth. Everyone just wants to get on a rocket and leave.
Humanity has brought destruction to the Earth, polluted its
Maybe on the moon, the dark side of the moon is dev game houses. The dev game house is on the dark side.
But the Earth is not
Makes
to
sense.
be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this
That half an
courage.
hour. We still haven't seen
We have
any
gone
news
further
of Tiny Build
than any nation,
Hello Neighbor 2.
moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps.
We've never actually had someone subscribe on stream, which kind of sucks because I have an alert box
That the survival of
and no one's ever
humanity
actually
depends
used it.
on what
But then people subscribe after the stream and not actually on the stream. It makes no sense.
that we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown.
And also, yes, if it does come out right now,
You see, because there is hope to be found, horizons
Oh,
to
Neighbor 2.
explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I
Let me
give
go
you
on
the
Steam.
stars. I give you the Vol engine.
Dominic's Den of Horrors? You subscribed on stream? I don't remember that. Please did. I've had the alert box go off, but only after the stream. So. Also, if Security Breach were to come out today, that would be cool, but I don't think so. This game looks... I always say that this game looks cool, but then I regret it. I don't know. Megan Kaler just subscribed. There you go. Thank you, Megan Kaler, if you weren't already subscribed. Nice! I just have to say that every stream, so subscribe. Yeah, so have the alert box. I'll put it in the chat box.
Sean, what if for one segment I was the lead and you were my sidekick?
What? Who's ever heard of a human sidekick?
There are plenty of human sidekicks, Sean. Building list of known human sidekicks. Alex Vance and...
No. I mean human sidekicks to robot heroes. Can you compute that, DevBot?
DevBot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Human sidekick, robot lead.
DevBot, I think it's time for a hard reboot. Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye, aye. Let's take a look at the next game reveal.
Oh, neighbor. Lake Legacy. Looks weird. Yes. Very weird. So is it like The Sims, except in a cartoon art style? Guess so. This is more like it. How did they play two different games up on stream? Thank you, Joe Segill, for subscribing. Thank you very much. But how do they show a dating game and then a space game shooter? It doesn't make any sense.
It's the PC Gaming Show, and when you're not watching me, your favorite recurring bit of a robot, make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com to grab a priority membership trial. In celebration of gaming's biggest week, you can try.
We're gonna be at 400 subscribers pretty soon, which is very, very cool. Very cool.
And the glory of high-performance gaming with RTX on. Act fast. The special offer is only available for a limited time. Still more to come, including Jurassic World Evolution 2, from Valve. But first, the captain of our program, Sean Day9
Jurassic World Evolution 2? No, that's cool. Yeah. That's gonna be so fun. I wanted to get the first one, but if they're getting a second one,
so much more as a voice without a body. Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and joining us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us, Darren.
By the way, that
Thank you, Sean. Great to
word
be here.
from
Now,
Valve
the MechWarrior
is
universe
intriguing.
is gigantic. There's a ton of games in it. I even played MechWarrior 2 back in 1995.
This is HQ. What is your situation?
Where does MechWarrior 5 sit in the space?
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in particular,
I never knew it went back to
1995
1995 as well.
MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, but it has all this modern design and technology that I'm super excited to talk about with you today.
Well, let's start at the real basics of what makes being in a mech and doing mech-on-mech combat awesome.
You become a part of your machine. And when you're out in battle, it's not just a matter
You know
of
what?
playing
They should
and
add
everything. You're
VR.
also managing your systems, whether
VR
you're,
compatibility
shooting
to
a lot
this.
of energy weapons.
That would be
or
really
missile
immersive.
Weapons that have high heat output. Well, you got to manage your heat so you don't shut
Very
down in the middle of a battle. And when you're facing your foes, you can salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has to eject, and then you can just take the mech.
Now, in the last few weeks, I understand that there's been a whole lot of new content, both updates to the base game and a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Talk to me about what's in the
God,
DLC.
there's so many space games. This guy was right.
DLC. I'm
There's so
excited
many
about all
space
this stuff.
games.
There's the new career mode. When you start with the DLC, you can import your campaign previously if you'd like to, or you can start over from scratch and start from any of the great houses. And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. Speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which earn you powerful upgrades for your battle mechs, and it's a really exciting new feature for me. And there's a new procedural mission type called Beachhead. This is a big one for me. Beachhead is basically you're clearing an enemy base landing zone for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're wanting to take out satellite installations so that the enemy can't communicate with each other. You're taking out artillery emplacements. You're basically
43
clearing the
minutes
path,
without
as I
Hello
said,
Neighbor.
for
Really
your
cool.
invasion force, which leads to a really cool ending of the mission if you succeed as your invasion force comes down. And there's a new biome called Extrasolar Moon, which that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool lunar type.
Oh my God,
setting
so
that we
excited
haven't
for
had
Hello Neighbor
before.
2 in
and then there's a lot
space.
of new equipment and weapons, things like electronic countermeasures and other electronic equipment.
Hello
like,
Neighbor 2 in
Eagle Eye and
space.
Probe, Mask, which is a little
Where
like
the
a
physics
turbo
get
boost
even,
for mechs. New
where
weapons
trash,
like
where the trash can glitch gets even wilder.
extreme SRMs. So a lot of new content. I'm really excited about it.
Can you talk to me about what are the new different mechs? How do they play differently?
The 7 new chassis are the Vulcan, Dervish, Corsair, Marauder 2, Charger, and Hatamoto Chi. But a couple of my favorites.
Familiar names in there, yeah?
Yeah. So the first one I'll talk about is the Vulcan. It's a very unique mech. It's got the nickname the Scarecrow, which you'll see from the profile. It's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it in the franchise. It's a 40-ton mech. It's highly mobile, and typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions because of its mobility, so it can get in and out fast. You can, if you're looking for
12
a specific
people
target,
on the stream.
if you're on an
I'm getting so
assassination
many
mission,
people
for
on the
example,
stream.
you can get in there, find
We're
your
waiting.
target, get back
We're
out.
watching
Another
E3
mech
right
that I'm
now, and we're
super
waiting
excited
for
about,
Hello
this is
Neighbor
one of my
2
favorites, is the
to be
Marauder
announced.
2.
It
This
is
thing is a
confirmed that it
100-ton
will
assault
be
mech,
announced.
and it is just a huge beast. Yeah, it is gigantic.
We're just waiting
It is
for it.
terrifying to see it coming at you on the battlefield.
It's something we've talked about before, modding. I know that MechWarrior 5 has a rich modding community. What are some of the amazing mods you've seen developed?
There's simple modifications from HUD changes, changing colors, adding mechs, weapons, and equipment, to full conversion mods. We've got basically a mech commander mod in development that is just amazing. That's a top-down, real-time strategy game. So really, anything you can
Neighbor has a
imagine,
lot of mods.
somebody out there in the community is probably working on.
Where can people go to get MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Yeah, you can pick it up on Steam, GOG, Epic Game Store, Microsoft PC, and of course, Xbox.
Golden Bear says hi. Hello.
Thank you so much, Darren Katz, for joining us to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And of course, a warm thank you to MechWarrior 5 for sponsoring the PC Gaming Show and giving me this cool patch. Coming
15
next,
viewers. That might be a
at
record.
Silt.
Wow. Hello, everyone. We're watching E3, waiting for Hello Neighbor to be announced. And now time. Stage 1 to return, as well as everybody's favorite Basement intruding. Are you late for Hello Neighbor Golden Bears? No, you're not late. We are still watching E3. It's been almost 50 minutes now. Should be announced in the next hour or so. So, you're good. Jacob says, wow. Yeah. Well, because of this game, which looks interesting, or the fact that I've been streaming for 50 minutes. Because both are pretty incredible. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh my god, he almost did crash into the neighbor. Warning! Hello neighbor! I'm full screening this. I'm full screening Hello Neighbor. I'm watching this right now. Okay, he's driving 678, okay. Oh, this looks good. Oh, I'm so excited. Mayak, children. The police! There's me. There's me. Right there. That's in front of the Act 1 house. That's in front of the Act 1 house. That's in front of the Act 1 house. Ooh. What's this house? Is this the Gray Manor? Whoa! What? What? This looks crazy! This looks crazy! This looks insane! It's the old bucket trick! It's the old bucket trick from the pre-alpha and Alpha 1. It's the old bucket. Bench. Yo, this is cool. Wish list and follow. If you don't release it, I'll be crying. No way. You better release this. Give us a release date. Ooh. No.
Hi, I'm Rich Newbold, game director and dress code
Hold on.
2. Following the incredible success of the first game, we are very excited
You didn't even
to
release
such
it?
an amazing world and bring you our most authentic experience yet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't care. Hold up. You didn't release it? They didn't even release it? And I've been streaming this for almost an hour? Cool. Alright, well, let's do a trailer analysis now. So, first part. Almost crash. Car. That's the neighbor's car, okay? We all know this. What? How did they not even release this? How did they not even release this? You can't do this. I'm looking for the man in the hat, of course. It's something that's a must in every one of these trailers. Map of Raven Brooks. Can we look at... There's a map. Look at the map. Lake. Buildings. Not really that cool. Okay. Driving along. I haven't seen the man in the hat yet. There's the Raven Brooks sign. Still haven't seen the man in the hat, but there are crows there. Missing posters. Examine every bit of this footage. Alright, so we see the two policemen and they're right next to the Act 1 house. Okay. We're at I think they're calling this Gray Manor. Okay, this room looks insane. This room looks crazy. This is the sword. Lightning. The neighbor's right there. Fixing his car. So we've kind of already seen that. The bucket trick. pre-alpha and alpha 1. We haven't actually... I don't think that is in the full game. Neighbor's taking a shower. We grab the wrench. Wow, I'm so confused. They didn't even...
Back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World Evolution.
Yes, Jurassic World Evolution.
Is a...
I don't understand. They didn't release it. Tiny Build posted a video on it. Please, you need to build this in Minecraft. Buddy, it's not coming out. Which makes no sense. Hold on. I'm gonna look at Tiny Build's video to see if they released anything. Because they might have. Tiny Build Games. No, they didn't release anything new about anything yet. Let me go on Twitter and see if they did anything on there. Tiny Build Games. Tiny Build E3 2021. Hello Neighbor. Let's see. Neighbor Games. The official site. Blah blah blah. They didn't release it. What the heck? Disappointed. Wow. They didn't even release Alpha 2. Or maybe they did. Maybe they did. I'll go on Steam. Trust me. Don't worry, I will go on Steam right now. I really doubt it though. Hello, neighbor. 2 Alpha 1.5. Nope. Well. Well. Wow. Craig Exton says, hello, you're here? Well, you missed it. Anyone tuning in right now, they just missed the trailer, but they didn't even release Alpha 2. They showed us gameplay, and they still haven't released Alpha 2. What is the point? What is the point of doing an E3 review and not even releasing it? Or giving us a release date? It says it's coming 2021, which makes me think 2021, you know. No Alpha 2, yay. Yeah, I know. Great. Now we have to wait 6 more months for another teaser. That's so great. Fine. Well, yeah, Jack Dillon made Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 2 in Minecraft. I know. I know they have. But it's not. We don't know what the house layout is, so we don't know. They said late 2021, so December or something. I think it's gonna be in fall. I think it's gonna release in fall. I don't think we're gonna get any alphas. They're gonna release it in fall because there's no way that they're doing E3 reveals, and we haven't gotten an alpha for like 7 months. There's no way they're just gonna make an alpha 2. You saw Nikki and Fire? Yeah, that's just my background. That's just my background. For a different stream layout. That's just my background. Well, should I end the stream here, or should I play a game? And if so, what game should I play? Play some alphas. Which alphas? Anything but Hello Neighbor in spite of them. Good idea. That is a good idea. Just not play Hello Neighbor. In spite of you. Thanks, Nikita. By the way, you messed everything up. I don't get DevGam. We don't even get Hello Neighbor 2 anymore. This is ridiculous. It's gone on for far too long. It doesn't make any sense. Who wants to play Portal? Does anyone want to play Portal? I got Valve stuff. Just playing Portal. Play Portal. Does anyone just want me to play Portal? Alright, I guess I'll play Portal then. Hold on. So, let's see here. Game capture, chat box, one box. It's gonna be bigger. Alright. Portal. No, let's not play Portal. Played Portal a lot. Subnautica? Subnautica. Good idea. Subnautica. We're doing Subnautica. That's final. We're doing Subnautica. The stream name. Ooh, Subnautica, baby. Oh, but they did release the actual. Well. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna end this stream here. I'm sick of this. I might stream later today. I'll stream in a few hours, but right now I need to